right, good afternoon, guys. My name is Kendra and I'm from OVC. So today we're just going to be touching base on our J1 Hospitality USA internship. And most importantly, what brought you guys here today is our Gaylord Rockies hiring fair. Before I get started, just two things. In the chat box on this meeting, please will you send me your name and your surname, just so I can let your OVC consultant know that you guys did attend today so we can assist you further. And then secondly, if you guys do have any connection issues, that's perfectly fine. I am recording this presentation today and we can get it to you guys afterwards. All right. To get started, these are my team members. So as I said, my name is Kendra. I am the marketer for Mpumalanga and Northwest provinces and Namibia. Christy, who some of you have also spoken to, is our Gauteng and Limpopo marketer. Tyra and Emma below are our OVC admins. And then at the top are the consultants that probably brought you here today. Kylie's our Johannesburg consultant. Our Marique is our Northwestern Pretoria consultant. And then Robin is our Limpopo, Mpumalanga, and Namibia consultant. And she's also our franchise owner. Nice thing is, if you guys do come to our Gaylord Rockies hiring fair, most likely you will meet every single one of us. So that's exciting. You get to see all of us. But moving on, just a little bit of a backstory about us, just to put you guys a little bit more at ease. So we are formerly known as the largest international gap year company currently in South Africa and Namibia. We are represented through 15 branches throughout South Africa and one in Namibia. And then in case any of you are worried that we're going to scam you or we're going to human traffic you, which we won't, we have been operating for 75 years this year, and we're going to continue operating for another 75 more years, okay? If you guys do need our company profile for you to approach anyone who's paying for you, for them to read through a little bit about us, we can provide that to you as well. For any of my newcomers, please don't forget to put your name, your surname in the chat box so we know you attended today. Ooh. So what I'm going to be discussing today is number one, obviously our American internship, how long the internship is, the requirements to enter, your fees that you're going to need to pay, the benefits to you, and most importantly, the Gaylord Rockies hiring fair that is happening on Friday. We have 4 more days to go. So, nice thing is, some of the photos you're going to see in my presentation today, I'm not trying to scam you guys. I'm not trying to human traffic you guys. Just like the 3 on our screen, these are some of our clients that went on our internship. They're not all of them. They're just some of them. Okay. Locations throughout the USA, we do have positions in every single state across the United States, including the outer ones such as Hawaii and Puerto Rico. However, when it does come to the Gaylord Rockies hiring fair, they are recruiting in specific areas, which I will touch base on. Eligibility, you guys were all brought here today because you do meet the requirements of the program. Don't worry about it, but I'm just going to touch base on it for you guys. You must be between the ages of 19 to 30 inclusive. If you're 30 years old on the dot, you probably still do qualify. Then you must have a valid passport to do the program. If you don't have it right now, you're going to need to start working on it, okay? Then the other side is the main criteria that we look for. So you must either be a current student, or if you are going to, obviously not for the Gaylord Rockies, but if you're going to apply a little bit later, for example, you graduated in sometime this year and you only apply in 2027, you will need your qualification plus 1 year's work experience if you apply more than 1 year after graduating. However, some of you were brought here today because you don't have any qualifications in the hospitality field. However, you do have 5 years experience with valid references. You guys still qualify, okay? Positions we mainly recruit in is culinary and pastry. We also have front office and we have food and beverage. Your internship is 12 full months, so you cannot go less than 12 months and you cannot stay longer than 12 months. Please, you are not allowed to use this program to permanently relocate to the United States. You are not allowed to stay there longer than your 1 year program, okay? At the end of your program, we call it a 30-day grace period for you to travel. So what it means is your visa is valid for 12 months, but then after your 12th month of work, you have 30 days to either travel around their country, or you have up until 30 days for you to leave their country after the 12th month. That is a visa regulation. So by that 29th day, you will need to get on a plane and come back home. Like I did say, it is not permanent job employment. It's not a relocation program. It is a 1-year internship. Partners. So we do partner with 4 to 5-star resorts and hotels across the United States. You guys do pay a lot of money to come on our internship. This is why, for example, I don't place you to work in a spur in the United States. You get placed at the best resorts and hotels, because at the end of it, you are going to get an international reference. And what better way to get international experience and a really good reference than to go on our internship and have that reference on your CV when you're done. You can be placed with friends, so you and a friend can work at the same resort or hotel together, which is quite nice because you are going to need to budget for things such as food, rent, transport, utilities, all of that stuff that you would in any normal position. Nice thing is, if you get placed with friends, you can split accommodation and you can split your monthly expenses. There are different types of placement styles you can be placed in. So corporate, leisure, destination, family, golf, beach, and more. It is completely up to you. Getting hired, number one, you need to have a good attitude, okay? And you need to be enthusiastic and you need to have high energy levels. Gaylord Rockies did come about 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, and I was here during the hiring fair. I'll be very honest with you guys. One of the number one things that the Gaylord reps look for is your attitude. If you come to the hiring fair and you don't have a good attitude and you're not enthusiastic about going to work for them or working in the hospitality sector, you will not get hired. And I have seen it firsthand with our previous hiring fair. So if you come to the hiring fair, guys, please make sure you're excited to meet them. Make sure you're excited to work with them and just have really good attitude. That is one thing that they really, really like. Communication and teamwork do go hand in hand. So a lot of you are chefs online. So just like any work place, you do work in a team in the kitchen. So you guys need to know how to communicate effectively. Although it's an internship and you do pay to go on your internship, punctuality is very, very, very essential. Just like any other job out there, if you are constantly late for work, you will get terminated and your internship will be cancelled. Just make sure you guys are on time all the time, okay? Although it's an internship, it's also a cultural awareness program and it's a cultural exchange program. So not only are you going there to find out about the American culture, American cuisines, American hospitality industry, you're also going there to educate them about ours. And then a bonus is if you guys have any work experience, whether it was paid or not, whether it was for your will or your practicals, any work experience does count. Your internship life, this is across the board for our American internship. You roughly work 32 to 40 hours in a week, and then you get what we call a training phase. So a training phase is very similar to a work contract. However, it outlines all the different phases you're going to do on your internship. So 1 week you're going to be learning about this, 1 week you're going to be preparing this. They're the different phases. Pay rate, usually $11 an hour, can go up to 25. However, I will go through it with you guys. In terms of the Gaylord, they are offering set hours and they are offering set pay rates. You do get assessed on your internship. It is an internship. So if you're lacking in certain areas, they are going to tell you and they're going to help you improve in those areas. And if you do really, really good in certain aspects, they can reward you, like giving you Employee of the Month certificates, which is also another bonus to put in your CV at the end of the internship. You are in a new country and you're in a first world country. They have a lot of holidays, a lot of public holidays, all these kind of off time. So we do encourage you guys, go out, experience America for what it is, go try the restaurants, go meet new people, build a new social life and know how to network. Your living expenses. So what roughly would be your living expenses is your monthly groceries, your transport to and from work, your utilities like water and electricity, your program fee. Some people do get confused with that, so I will explain it when we get to the fees. Housing, obviously, you can't live there for free. You need to pay for your rent and tax as well. When it comes to tax, please don't worry too much about that. You are legally working in the United States. You are going to need to pay tax. However, when your internship ends, you can come to us and we will put you in contact with one of our international tax companies and you can claim some of your tax back. So they're not just going to take the whole time. You are allowed to claim some of your tax back. How you get supported on the program? Number one, a really nice safety feature for you guys. Your international travel insurance is completely free. Okay. Why is it a nice safety aspect? Because at any point on your internship, if you are admitted into hospital, whether you're a chef and you cut off a finger, it does happen. If you're in an accident, a car accident, God forbid, none of this will happen. Or if you get a major life-threatening illness and you need to be admitted into hospital, your full hospital bills are paid for. You don't need to worry about that. To go and work and be in the United States for a certain period of time, number one, you need a visa. And number two, you need a service document. Okay. These do go hand in hand. We will do your visa process for you, which is quite nice. So we are partnered with the American Embassy, that's the word, the American Embassy, and we will then complete your online visa application on your behalf for you, and we will submit it. And then it doesn't just stop there. We do assist you with your service documents. However, with the service document, we do give you a step-by-step. What this means is you do need to do a monthly check-in with them. What that means is you're basically telling the Department of State, for example, the American government, that you are still legally on your internship, that you have not abandoned it, and now you are an illegal immigrant in their country. Okay, so they do go hand in hand. And then before you attend your visa appointment, we do have a long briefing process. So we have a checklist of all the documents you need to take. Make sure you have all of that. We give you instructions on how to get there, where to go in the building, times you need to be there. And then we do a little interview with you. So when you go for your visa interview, it is an interview. They are going to question you. Where are you going? Why are you going? What are you going to be doing? How long are you there for? What are you doing when you come back? We ask you very similar questions so that you do not relay the incorrect information and get your visa denied. On the other side, our partners' jobs are to source and screen housing options for you that you get to pick from to make sure it's safe, secure, and hygienic for you guys to live in and that it is fairly close to your workplace. And then our partners, AAG, also source and screen companies and they make sure that it is up to standard. They are 4 to 5 star quality. They're going to treat you the best. And then on top of that, you get all around support in the country and cultural activities are arranged for you guys, which is pretty cool. Cook-off days, sightseeing days, all free to you guys. Moving on to why you guys are all here today. So we are going to be talking about the Gaylord Rockies hiring fair. So for F&B, for culinary interns, you'll be working at the Aurora, Colorado resort. Okay, so all of these photos you can see on the screen, this is what the resort looks like, guys. I'm not even joking. I went and I took these photos from their website. It is one of the most beautiful places you could ever work at. It's really, really cool, beautiful, welcoming people. And the nice thing is, on your internship, you will experience the American winter time, and it snows a lot in Colorado. So if you've always wanted to see snow, you're going to see snow on your internship. Touching base on culinary. So the Gaylord Rockies, number one, their set working hours when you get hired. Your set working hours is 32 hours in a week. You are not allowed to ask them for more, and you're not allowed to ask them for less. This is the amount of hours you will be working. And your pay rate is $17 an hour and 25 cents. So if you want to know how much you're making, take that amount, times it by 32 hours in a week, times about 4 weeks in a month, then you're going to get it. When you come to the hiring fair, if you get hired on the day, your start date will be in September this year, which is super, super exciting because you guys are going to go to America this year. Sure, that wasn't on your bucket list. And then nice thing about the Gaylord Rockies Resort, what they are doing is if you get hired for the culinary position, when you go on your internship, they will provide you with the $300 monthly stipend on top of your salary. You get to pick. If you want to use it for your housing, like contribute it towards your housing, or if you want to contribute it towards your transport for the month. Okay, so 300 US dollars on top of your salary, housing or transport. You decide. Housing is participant arranged. Last time they did come, they did show us accommodation options. Pretty sure they're going to do the same with you. However, you need to decide where you want to stay, and you will be liable to put your deposit down for your rent. Nice thing is, meals on duty are included for you guys. Breakfast, lunches, and dinners, if that's your shift. They also do give you access to the facilities at the resort. So the gyms, the pools, the spas, the bars. Please don't drink at your workplace, guys. It is your workplace. And then when it comes to housing, so your housing option, if you want to split it amongst two of you. So your monthly housing rate is 1,660 US dollars. If you share it between you and a friend, then you are each contributing 830 US dollars a month. If you want to save some more and you want to split it between 4 people, you guys will only be contributing 415 US dollars per month as opposed to 830. Okay. Nice thing is, if you get booked in to come to the hiring fair, guys, just make friends with the people that are there that are coming to get hired, and then you guys can share accommodation. Okay. Moving on to the role and the what are you going to be doing as an intern or a trainee in the culinary department. So you get the opportunity to network and interact with industry experts. So you get to learn under them, guys, and develop your skills under the guidance of the Gaylord mentors. You also participate in an orientation and guest services training, so you get more training. And then obviously you guys are in culinary, so you will serve the dishes, clear the table, prepare the food, cook the food according to their recipes and their quality standards, right? They are really big resorts, so they do have those in place. You need to present the food properly, guys. Come on, chefs, you know how to present food. And then food preparation checklists, if that's necessary, and also managing the stock of raw materials, if that's necessary. Another thing, trainees will be able to shadow under management and their management team to develop their leadership and your management skills in the kitchen. So chefs, you are going to be learning so many new skills. You're going to come back and open your own restaurant. I promise you. All right. So this is Vuyowetu. She's from Pretoria. She went to work at the Gaylord Rockies Resort in Aurora, Colorado from 2023 to 2024. These are her images she sends into us. If you guys do want to watch her testimonial, do just reach out to your overseas consultant. She sent in a lovely testimonial of how her time was working there, what the staff are like, what the holidays are like, everything about it. Okay, so if she can do it, you guys can do it as well. These are the overall fees for the program. So I will explain how this gets paid. Please don't freak out. Okay, so overall, your admin fee is 9,950 Rand. Your program fee is 2,400 US dollars in full. However, we give you the option to pay 800 US dollars in South Africa. And then on your internship, you have 8 months to pay back the remaining balance of 1,600 US dollars. So by that 8 month, you have paid the 2,400 in full. Your visa fee is 185 US dollars. The visa fee did go down. I did see it today. It's about 3,422 Rand, I think. Your service fee is 220 US dollars. Flights anywhere between 10 to 20,000 Rand. And then your spending money is 1,000 to 1,500 US dollars. So if you're going to do the admin fee of 9,950, the option of the program fee where you pay 800 now and you pay the rest in America, your visa fee, service fee, flights, and spending money, you're looking at 65 to 70,000 Rand. However, if you want to pay the 2,400 portion in full, your internship is a lot more than 70,000 Rand. Okay? Why do you need spending money? This is for you to stay in your account so that you can put your deposit down for obviously your rent, get food, groceries, transport, and everything before your first salary. Okay? How to qualify for the hiring fair. This is very, very important, and I'm sure all of you are wondering how to qualify. So you must start an application and submit it in full, all right? Then you must have 80% of the overall fees when you attend the interview on Friday. Okay. So if it's 65, you need 40 to 45. All right. We will give you guys a grace period. So ideally, what we want, you need to start an application in full and complete it and submit it to us. And then when it is accepted, you need to pay the admin fee of 9950. That guarantees your spot in the hiring fair for Friday. Okay. However, we can give you a grace period, meaning you can start and complete a full application now. However, if you don't have the 995 right now, we can still book you in for the hiring fee, and you need to pay that after Friday. So we'll give you grace period until you come to the hiring fee, but after the hiring fee, probably that day, over the weekend or up until Monday, you then need to pay your 9950. So ideally, we want you to pay the 995 and do your whole online application. That is guaranteed spot in the hiring fee. If you are not based in Joburg, you will need to budget to travel to Joburg because the hiring fair will be at Capsicum Culinary Studio in Rosebank. Okay, so if anyone's confused, you can option 1, start an application in full and submit it, and then pay the 9950 and you're in. However, if you can guarantee that you are going to commit to this internship once you come to the fair and get hired, we will then let you pay the 9950 after the hiring fair, but you have to be fully committed when you've come to the hiring fair to pay those fees afterwards. Moving on, how to budget for the rest of the fees. So this is the stages it's going to get placed in. May, you pay your application fee of 9950. June is when you pay your program fee of $800 US. June, July, you pay for your visa fee and your service fee. July and August, we do your flights, so 18 to 22,000 Rand. That's what we've seen recently. Could be less, could be more. And then you take your spending money in September. So that entire 65 is paid from May to September. We will also send this to you guys in case you do get a little bit confused. I am also recording the presentation today if you want to recap on anything. Now that I am done, if you have not sent in your name and your surname, I see not a lot of people have. Guys, please in the chat box, please send your name and your surname so I know that you attended and I can let your OVC consultant know that you attended. And then if you are committed to coming to the hiring fair, whether you have the application fee now or you're able to get the application fee by Friday or latest Monday, drop me an emoji in the chat box. It can be anything. Ideally, you got to send a chef emoji. But if you are 100% willing to commit to the Gaylord hiring fair and you will be able to get the fees, just send me a little emoji in the chat box. And then if you guys do have any questions, please feel free to send it in the chat box. You can unmute yourself, can ask away. I am here. Does anybody have questions? Do you need to be employed? No, you do not need to currently be employed to enter the hiring fair. Anybody else have questions? Is anybody willing to commit to the hiring fair? Guys, let me know. I will be here for another 2 more minutes. So do just let me know.
Sorry, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. How can I help?
I just wanted to check. You said the hiring fee, the 9.9,
Yes,
one must have it at least by Monday, next week, Monday.
that is the latest, yeah.
Okay, and then if you don't have it, maybe you'll have it at a later stage. It's not allowed.
No, not really, because it's actually what we have to have done was you need to pay that before the hiring fee, but now we are giving you grace period until Monday. So unfortunately, then if you don't have the application fee now, then you would not get put forward for the hiring fee. However, let's say months down the line, you get the fees. We will then accept you onto the program. You just won't work for the Gaylord Rockies resorts.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Is this the only intake that we have for
No,
September?
no, you can apply anytime. Anytime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Two last questions in the chat box before I go today. Number one, Tiffany asked me, can I still let my consultant know if I'm committed? Absolutely. No pressure today. They're still going to touch base with you after. And then Tamsin, if you have a family in the USA, is it possible to find a workplace close to them? Unfortunately, not with the Gaylord Rockies hiring fair. No, because they are in a specific state. So that just depends. If we encourage you to go work for the Gaylord because they are honestly incredible. However, if you want to only apply later on at a different hotel or resort, we can possibly find you hiring positions in that state that you're looking for. But just remember, you're not allowed to go and stay with your family. Alrighty. But that is all from me today. So, Ntokoza, I am going to let your consultant know that you're committed. Thank you for that. Do the fees apply if applying with other companies? I don't know. I don't work for other companies, so I can't tell you their rates, to be honest with you. Phyllis, when you get the money later in the year, you are just welcome to save your consultant's details that were speaking to you today or recently, and then they can just touch base with you later on. One last thing, Tiffany, do the same fees apply if we're applying, oh, with another resort that's hiring? Yes, the fees are what the fees are. It doesn't change whether it's Gaylord or a Marriott hotel or anything like that. Those are the set fees to what you pay for the internship. It will not change depending on the resort or hotel you go and work at. But thank you for everyone for joining me today. I am recording this, so I will get the recording to the consultants. Thank you so much, everyone. I do hope to see you guys all at the hiring fair, and I hope you guys have a great afternoon. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.